At 94, Barbara Eden just reminded Hollywood of something most actors lose decades earlier: long-term relevance. But here's the part everyone is missing. This isn't just a feel-good Easter post. It's a masterclass in legacy power. Barbara Eden recently shared a light-hearted Easter moment with her husband, John Eicholtz, posting a cheerful update directly to fans. At the same time, she's been making selective public appearances, including a screening tied to her early film career, while continuing to celebrate her iconic role in I Dream of Jeannie. Now, on the surface, this looks like a nostalgic update, but when you break it down, it reveals something much bigger about how Hollywood treats, and increasingly relies on, its legacy stars. Barbara Eden isn't just another classic TV name. I Dream of Jeannie, which ran from the mid-60s into the early 70s, became one of those rare shows that never really left pop culture. Decades later, it still holds recognition across generations, and that matters more now than ever. Hollywood has shifted heavily toward nostalgia-driven content: reboots, anniversaries, revival marketing. In that system, actors like Eden aren't just remembered, they're assets. What's interesting is how she's leaned into that, instead of distancing herself from it. Let's break down what this actually means. First, her continued visibility at 94 sends a clear signal to the industry. Longevity isn't just about surviving in Hollywood, it's about staying strategically visible. Eden isn't overexposed. She shows up at the right moments. A public appearance here, a social media post there. That balance keeps her relevant without feeling forced. Second, her use of social media is not accidental. Older generations of actors traditionally relied on press tours and interviews. That model is fading. Eden's direct communication with fans shows how legacy stars are adapting to modern engagement tools. She's essentially running her own soft PR channel now, controlled, personal, and consistent. But that's not even the wildest part. Her connection to Jeannie has actually strengthened her brand over time. Normally, actors try to escape typecasting. It limits range. It can stall careers. But in Eden's case, the opposite happened. That role became her identity in a way that still works commercially, and Hollywood notices that. Because right now, studios are actively looking for characters with that kind of staying power. It's why reboots keep happening. It's why legacy casting is trending again. Eden's situation proves that a well-loved character can outlast entire career cycles. There's also a financial layer here that doesn't get talked about enough. Nostalgia events, like classic film screenings, aren't just sentimental. They generate revenue. They bring audiences back into older content ecosystems. When Eden attends something like that, it boosts visibility not just for her, but for the property itself. And that feeds directly into how studios evaluate older IP. If audiences still show up, even decades later, that property stays alive in the system. You can already see how audiences are reacting. Some longtime fans are calling her presence comforting, almost like a connection to a different era of Hollywood. Others are pointing out how rare it is to see someone embrace a defining role this openly, without trying to reframe their legacy. There's also a quiet industry conversation happening in the background about how stars today might age in the public eye, because very few manage to maintain this level of goodwill across generations. So here's the bigger takeaway. Barbara Eden isn't just revisiting her past, she's actively shaping how legacy works in modern Hollywood. She's showing that relevance doesn't come from chasing trends. It comes from understanding what audiences already value and staying connected to it in the right way. And if the industry continues leaning into nostalgia, which it clearly is, then figures like Eden won't just be remembered, they'll stay strategically important for years to come. As always, HW News reports verified developments with clarity and responsibility. Stay with HW News for trusted Hollywood coverage.